This is a pretty big day, Ian.
Is it?
Before this video, you had to choose between playing modes and having friends.
Yeah.
Never again, because we're going to do a Modes with Friends series. And this is going to be the first one.
Episode 1.
That's right. We actually share the same favorite mode.
We do.
I think that makes us Eskimo brothers. I think that's
is
the
that
term.
what it is?
Yeah.
Yes.
Lydian.
Right.
Lydian is our favorite mode.
By far.
So we're going to go through the mode, and I think having two guitar players kind of showcase modes and stuff like that is the perfect way to do it.
Yeah.
Because if you don't have something in the background, like we've talked about before, tonal center. If you've seen the previous videos.
RE.
Exactly, right? Yeah. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
No.
So talking about the modes is the perfect thing to do with two guitar players, and we're going to go straight Lydian.
Straight Lydian.
I love that Lydian.
I love Lydian.
So tell us about the Lydian scale, Ian.
I have no idea. Just kidding.
Here we go.
All right, I'll be here all night. All right, the Lydian mode, really, very simply put, a major scale with a flat 5. So, B flat?
B flat, Lydian?
Well, major first.
Okay, so all right, so go ahead.
Okay, so
major.
B flat, 6th fret. So I tuned my guitar.
You did.
There we go. 6. Now the major scale: 6 8, 5 6 8, 5 7 8. So there we go.
Sounds like the major scale to me.
It does, but all we gotta do. Actually, I said flat 5 really to sharp 4. When we think about it, that's Lydian is sharp 4. So all we gotta do.
I should have corrected you, but I didn't.
He didn't. Yeah. Right by him. So we have now the sharp 4. All we gotta do is take that 4th note, 1 2 3 4, that guy, and sharpen it here, the 7th fret. So we have 6 8, 5 7 8, and 5 7 8. So now we have a Lydian scale.
That one note makes a world of difference. Right? So if you play that, this happens on the 4 chord in a progression.
Yes.
So we're talking about B flat, right?
Yeah.
B flat is the 4th note in the key of F.
F.
My second favorite key, believe it or not.
As to which is your first
I'm
one?
more of an A guy. A major.
G.
Love A major. Oh,
G. Yeah, I know. I'm odd man out.
Yeah. But anyway, so it's the fourth note. The Lydian scale exists.
Yes.
Right?
Born from the 4.
So a lot of what we're going to talk about is playing the 4 chord.
Yes.
In conjunction with the Lydian mode to kind of bring out the sound of Lydian. Because if you just play the Lydian mode all by itself in B flat, you're essentially playing the F major scale, right?
Yeah, out of
so
order.
we're going to provide some context to kind of showcase how this works.
Absolutely.
Right?
So we're going to on the 4 chord.
Yeah, so I'll start on the 4 chord, and I'm going to go back between the 4 and the 1.
You want to say what chords you're playing? Yeah,
so I'm just going to play a B flat, major 7.
Ooh, tasty.
Right? Because that would be the extended 7th chord of the scale into an F major 7. Right? So I'm just going to jam back and forth between those, and he's going to play a Lydian little thing, right?
Yeah, here we go.
1, 2, 3, 4. So if you notice, that has kind of a distinct sound.
Oh yeah.
It doesn't sound bluesy at all.
No.
Right? It's not like a minor scale thing.
No.
It sounds happy, I would say, but in a very distinctly Lydian way.
I describe it honestly as in video game music. Now, I was born a long time ago, so modern video games more thrash metal. But back when I was growing up with Nintendo 64,
makes sense. The good stuff.
The good stuff. Vintage stuff. That had everything. Had that happy feeling with that little bit of what Sean and I before were talking about. Perpetual motion.
Exactly. And that's something that I think is the most important part of Lydian. And what makes it my favorite mode is that flat 5, but it's really a sharp 4.
Yes.
As far as the notes are concerned, as far as that interval is concerned, a flat 5 and a sharp 4 are the exact same thing. You have a note, and then you have... Right? And all on that zone, that's a very disturbing
sound
kind of thing.
It's called tritone.
Right?
Yeah, and it's...
And you'll only find this one other place in the diatonic scale, and that's on the 7. It's a diminished type thing, right?
Right.
But the fact that it happens on the 4 in a major class area gives it almost kind of like this happy imbalance thing that keeps going forward. So our theory is the reason you'll hear this mode in video games a lot is because the whole job for video games is to kind of keep you going
playing,
through it, right?
Yeah.
So that perpetual motion.
They kind of keep you up, and they let you back down to 1, keep you back, and they're using that flat 5 to keep the motion of the song going without really any sense of change. And it's really an art form if you can really write a really good Lydian riff.
Exactly, like the early Nintendo stuff is littered with this.
Yeah, oh yeah.
And I think a lot of it too is because you can use a loop. Because back in the day when they could only fit so much music on like a spot, they had to use a lot of loops for a lot of like hours of play.
Absolutely.
So they can put something on it, loop it, but it still stays fresh because you're never resolving.
Yeah.
But it's not disturbing.
Exactly. What I think I'm going to do really quickly, let's do it again.
Okay.
But can I show them a little extended Lydian scale?
For sure.
Okay, so
and I'm gonna sprinkle in every now and then different chords from the scale.
But
all I was doing before, I was playing a 4 to a 1.
Right.
Right now I can play. There are notes in between. I could go to a 3 to a 2 to a 1 to a 4 to a 5 to a 6, anything, right? But I'm just gonna kind of jump around a little bit more, so it's not as static while he kind of does his thing.
Do you want to tell them which chords you're playing exactly?
Let's say I'll go from. I'll still do the 4 to 1 thing, which are these just major 7 voicing. B flat major 7 to F major 7. And every now and then, I'll throw in the 5 chord, which is going to be a C7, and then the 6 chord, which is a D minor 7.
Yeah, you can steal these chords from us.
Right.
We didn't write these chords, so
and
you
then
can use these.
Exactly. This is just a pretty typical progression.
It's modes with friends.
Modes with friends, you know? We're just hanging out. We're just having a good time. Whatever.
You, us.
Why
right
not?
Now.
Why not?
Take the chords. And go.
Take them.
Okay.
You're friends.
Okay.
Most of you are subs, right? So, hey. So, again, the reason I'm choosing the 5 and the 6 to throw in there is because if I go from a 1 to a 5 to a 6, that kind of brings a very peaceful way.
That was nice.
That's kind of my thing.
I want to take a nap right there. That was really peaceful.
Right.
Good. Awesome. Yeah.
All right.
And then I'm just going to show you. So you have that Lydian scale that I was playing before, and we have, let's see, again, if I can't mess up the frets, but we get them right. We have a 6, 8. We have 5, 7, 8, and that 7 is that sharp 4. Then we have 5, 7, 8, and that last pinky note right there, that 8, is really a 1. So you can put your middle finger there and kind of start the same shape, a little different because we have to go across that B string. But we have 8, 10, 7, and then 9, 10, and 8, 10, 11. So this is an extended Lydian scale. We have. If you're going to write some modal progressions with friends in Lydian, use that scale. It's awesome. Ready?
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Next album right there.
Man, there we go. That was
tight.
That was some heavy Lydian friendship.
I can't
that we
hear
just
you.
Threw down.
Sorry.
That we just threw down right there. That was not the sound of Lydian.
That was sound of Moronican.
Yeah.
Sorry.
And anyways. So yeah, so we're gonna eventually get through all the modes.
All the modes.
But what better way to start a perpetual series?
Yes.
By the Lydian series.
With the perpetual mode.
Exactly. So if you like this, definitely head on over to Ian's channel too, the Stich Method.
Stich Method.
Sub over there.
STICH Method.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sub. I want to dedicate this entire series to our subs.
Yeah.
Subs meaning subscribers, obviously. If you haven't subbed already.
Yeah. I mean, turn it off if you haven't subbed.
It's like it's such a trip having subscribers that like comment on videos, and like encourage you
and enjoy what you're doing, and you know, like you get greetings from like greetings from Czechoslovakia or greetings from New Zealand, and you're like, whoa, that's so awesome.
I like have like a maternal feeling towards my subs. Like I'll be like at the supermarket and I'll be like, a sub is in trouble. And like I'll just like note them
Sends a
out.
signal
And
out.
then I gotta get to my computer and answer questions.
And I come over speeding my Prius.
Yeah. Another thing that I like to do now, actually, is I will use sub as a verb. Like I will sub people.
Oh yeah.
Which means I'll like meet someone in real life and turn them into a subscriber through conversation.
Yeah, the new friend is subs.
Right?
Like, dude, we're subs.
Yeah, exactly. Or like, did you sub the new barista at Starbucks?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. It's kind of like, it gets real like misogynistic. And then I come home, or like I'm talking to my mom on the phone. I'm like, I just subbed 4 guys in the Long John Silver's parking lot.
And she's like, come again?
And it does, yeah. Subscribed is what I mean.
Which you should do if you haven't done it.
Anyways,
we love
I
you.
appreciate all your guys' support. More modes with friends coming soon.
Yes. Which one? We have no idea.
I don't know.
Or maybe we do.
Till next time.
Bye-bye.